would say it's pretty competitive in this industry, and because especially like in California, there's a lot of many influencers, and yep, I get discouraged, especially during this time of the year, because because you have to travel. You have to travel a lot. You have to meet people, or as an influencers. That's
Oh,
kind of like how it works. But I mean, yeah, that's something that I would say it's struggle. But on the bright side, we work from home a lot, so it doesn't really affect us. It doesn't really affect me because I do a lot of work on the computer, anyways.
welcome to another episode of Navigating Rise. So today we have this really awesome, beautiful lady, Athena Ng. She's a very interesting fashion blogger. You can tell that she's dressed very well. I don't want to go too deep introducing her. I'll have her introduce herself and see what she's about and what she hopes to do with her life.
Hi, George. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks for
so
coming on the
excited
show.
to be in your episode.
Awesome. Thanks. So why don't you give us a little bit of introduction about you? I'm sure people would love to know your background, how did you get into fashion blogging, and what's your niche when it comes to the fashion arena?
Yeah, so I started blogging since 2016. And well, when I was in middle school, I was really into Senga. If you ever heard of
Well,
it.
I guess my ex-girlfriend made one for me, so I know exactly what that is.
What do you mean your ex-girlfriend? So did you post it all or she did it for you?
She did the entire thing for me.
What were you blogging?
I wasn't even blogging. She just wanted because that was a craze back then, Zynga.
Uh,
So she wanted me to get one too, and I don't want to do one. So she did the entire thing for me.
I was obsessed. Like it was, yeah. And then and then I started it. I used to like dress up when I was a little girl. So and then I started posing, but I didn't really um how do I say it? My Senga blog didn't really go viral. and
Uh,
until Instagram kicked in 2010 or 12.
yeah,
And then it was just a photo sharing app, and then I was just posting the things I liked, food I ate, friends I hang out with. And then once I start in my college years, uh, I I got myself into media and communication, and
okay.
then that was my major, and then I got really obsessed with social media. And
Oh,
I learned a lot of like social media marketing, like how Facebook went viral and they do a lot of promotion on their Facebook ad, Instagram, and then Facebook bought Instagram in
yeah.
2014, I guess. Yeah, and then I started digging into their world. Um, and then I see a lot of change, like social media, from
Uh,
photos to videos. And right now, I feel like people are really into the snackable content. Like instead of like a long minute, like long like YouTube video, they like they like to shorten out to 15 to
yeah,
60 minutes, like TikTok.
yeah.
So yeah. And now, well, how do I start? I started in 2016, and then I get a lot of really good connection with the PR agency, also the PLs from clothing brands. Um,
Uh,
and it's not just about the pictures. Like I do a lot of I know people just get confused. Like I do a lot of backstage stuff. I wake up at 7 or 6 every morning and do a lot of email handlings. That's something that people don't know. So there's a
oh,
lot of backstage work.
nice.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like a fashion, is there a specific arena of fashion that you're focusing on, or just everything in general?
I would say fashion and beauty related, but I also do. Um, well, now I do a lot of TikTok videos.
Oh, so
Yep.
are you bigger on TikTok or Instagram at the moment?
I would say still Instagram because my brands would still love like tailor and authentic content
Uh-huh.
to share their how I feel about the product. So I would say I'm still big on Instagram.
Oh, cool. So kind of look back a little bit. You say you like to dress up. Like when you say dress up, what does that mean? Like dress up like nicer, or you mean dress up as someone else, like cosplay? What kind of dress up do you mean when you say you like to
Um,
dress up back then?
just on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, I see.
I just like to dress up to go to school. And then my
Ah.
friends would be like, why do you dress so well? You only have 2 classes. And I'm like, I just want to feel good.
Actually, when I was in high school too, I would not I refused to wear the same outfit twice in a week. So every day of the week has to look different. And then in the beginning, I would spend like 30 minutes every 30 minutes to like 45 minutes every morning trying to pick out what I want to wear. And then for like a year or two, and I realized, wait a minute. So I really became a problem for me because one of the girls I was dating, she would get ready before me. I was like, okay, wait, this is not right. I should not be doing like this. And that slowly started to not focus it too much on the dressing up part.
I think guys are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wear the same outfit every day. You just have to be funny and hilarious. But girls,
It's
no.
okay if you wear this. Okay, if we're whatever reason, and I have to see you every day and wear the same outfit, I promise that it'll be okay.
Do you take pictures for your girlfriends or female friends?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I try not to.
you try not to
Yeah,
because
because
they're gonna keep asking for more once you
no,
take pictures of them.
what happens once you start, it's not like a couple minutes thing. It's like it's like it's
I know.
it's like what you call it. It's almost like a real job because
Yeah.
yeah, I would take one thinking it'll be done. She'd be like, no, let's go try this angle. So I take this angle. No, let's get an angle. So in the head, it's like I become like I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just taking pictures that she would be happy. And then so then I actually learn a couple of picture taking techniques where there's a way to like make someone look taller in the picture than they really are. And then actually using like a certain picture, like for example, for vertical pictures, a better use is actually use panoramic feature to take long vertical pictures as opposed to like just pure like vertical zoom in, zoom out, right? So I learned these kind of things, but at the same time, it's like, man, it's like this is like
A lot of effort.
yeah, it's not that easy. People think just pose and just be done. It's like, no, you gotta like make sure like the angles right, kind of, and making sure like there's different ways to change the effect so that it looks different in real life in a way.
I know guys get annoyed when girls ask them to take pictures.
I don't get annoyed. It's just when she wants a certain way and I can't do it a certain way, and she wants me to do a certain way anyway. If that makes sense. Yeah, cool. But so that's good. Love to dress up. That basically makes a lot of sense when it comes to like your interest in fashion. So when it comes to fashion, are there specific areas of fashion that you're interested in? Because I know people have different styles. Is there a specific style that that you resonate more with? And if or do you do all of them, but with the ones that you don't resonate more with, but how do you actually you can adapt to that style?
Mm, currently, I'm trying to do like everyday style. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and how, for example, like to how to style a white blouse in 7 different ways. Because I know like audience, they don't really buy clothes on a daily basis like me. So I'm trying to yeah, so I'm trying to do stuff like they want to see or something that they can wear every day. So yeah, and yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. And I feel like they want to see more like quick videos, so I'm trying to incorporate that to TikTok, like how to
Uh,
squeezing on my products or the brands or styles that I want to share in a short snackable video.
cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so you say you buy clothes every day? How does that work?
Well, online shopping.
I know, but like, so for me, I realized I used to buy a lot of clothes too, or a lot of clothes been given to me, whatever reason I wanted to. And then because my aunt loves to shop and she always give me clothes, and then I want to have my own style buy clothes too. And I realized when I was moving, I always have so many boxes of clothes, right? So I recently went through like a wardrobe change where actually I limit the number of articles for each type of clothing I have. Like if I have no more than this amount, if I have more, I would throw one away, that kind of thing. So I'm curious about you. You used to shop, if you shop every day, how do you manage your closet? Doesn't it get overflow with clothes? And what do you do with the overflow clothes?
Yeah, have you heard of Poshmark and Depot, where you can sell your clothes, sell and buy secondhand clothing? So I do. Yeah, I'm massive seller on Poshmark. I'm pretty. I used to buy a lot of clothes, but now that I get clothes from my sponsors, and I also rent clothes. Have you heard of
Uh-huh.
Rent the Runway?
Rent the runway?
Yeah, Rent the Runway. That's the that's like rental company that I was working with since last year. And then you can rent clothes, jewelry, bags from them, and then you pay a monthly subscription, and then you send it back
Uh,
within a month, stuff like that.
oh yeah, so actually I've seen a couple of stores that do something similar in the LA as well. They sell one to focus on shoes. They call
Oh,
it
yeah.
shoe dazzle. So
Oh,
basically
yeah.
you can rent shoes and whatever by the end of the month, if you really want to keep it, you can buy it. If not, send it back. They give you a new couple pairs of new shoes. So yeah, I seen a model. They try to do that with guys, it doesn't work. Yeah, try to do that with men, it doesn't work.
I can't imagine. You should imagine some. How do you feel about secondhand shopping? Do you
What do you
sec-
mean?
like will you buy clothes that is used? Or
I don't. I never thought about it. I mean, I don't care. I think. Yeah, I don't think there's. Yeah, I don't really. Care. Actually, I have bought clothes that was secondhanded in the past. Yeah.
because sustainable fashion it's being promoted since I don't know since 2018 or a couple years ago
Uh
because
huh.
there's just a lot of fast fashion going on, especially in the
Yes.
social media marketing. They do a lot of but it's not sustainable. Those are all plastic. I used to buy a lot of stuff like I don't want to mention the brands, but like
Okay.
fast fashion brands. But now that people are promoting like, hey, stop wasting the material. See, look at the world. It's going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Actually, yeah. Actually, I think clothing is also one of the biggest contributor to the like emissions and everything because of the rate it's being processed and shipped, etc. Um, so around I think around 5 years ago when I did a wardrobe change, I started focusing more on classic styles. So I know that style that basically like if you buy it, it's not like the most in right now, but it will never go away. So I'm started focusing a lot more clothes that's more classic. So so now all my clothes don't have the graffitis on it anymore. Like more plain, but it's just like more classic.
yeah, me too. Well, I think you just have to try everything to see which one you like. When I started blogging, I didn't know like what kind of style or trends that I really like. But now that I wear so many clothes and I talk to so many people in PR, and now that I know, and I'm actually thinking about starting to make my not necessarily my own brand, but something that I really like and start design my own pieces. That's something that I'm working on.
Ah, I see. So, so what kind of styles do you like? And trends do you like?
I am a denim girl.
Denim girl, I like
Yeah,
that.
I love denim. Even though I have so many jeans in my home, I just can never get enough.
Oh, nice. Actually, like, it's kind of weird, but the reason I like it so much, I said nice because when one of my the girl I used to go out with when she changed from denim to like dresses, like very nice dress, etc. And then I actually told her, hey, like I know this is a formal event, everything, but for some reason I find you like more attractive when you're wearing like more casual like denim and stuff. Um,
Wow, I have to note on that. Take a note on that.
I mean, everyone's different. I think
Mhm.
what happened when the dress is really nice. So a lot of times, I have to for my analysis that a lot of women they dress up for other women, not only for the guys,
No,
right?
they dress for the gram, for the pictures.
Yeah, yeah. So there's up for like events, not only for the guys. So I understand if we want to look, if I look certain way on those days, but I have to tell her that hey, this is what I like.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Was that was that the same girl that helped you build the Senga blog?
oh, different one.
Wow, how
Yeah.
many girls did you date? I'm just kidding.
Not that many. Don't let that fool you. So cool. So when it comes to different, also mentioned there's actually a lot of work being a fashion blogger, right? So when it comes to, you mentioned you wake up early at 7 in the morning, doing email, doing outreach. Um, what's that like? How that transition? How did you get into that? Because you mentioned in the beginning, you're just doing it for fun, right? You like posting pictures. How that transition takes place, and how did you start to do that on a like a habit or a schedule basis?
So, when I was in college, I had more time to build up my blogs and in terms of also my following. Once I get a solid following, I started to travel. I have to say, Los Angeles is a wonderland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every opportunity lands. So you have to like it's not just about pictures again. You have to really reach out to the PRs. Once you build a really good connection, it's not necessarily a really good connection. You can like reach out a few emails and say, "Hey, I want to do a collaboration." Um, Usually, I would start with free product, and then I'll offer like free posts, and then once you get to know the PRs and the brands get to know you, you start meeting them in person. And there's a lot
Uh,
of there's always something going on in LA. There's always events. There's always events, gathering, parties. You have to expose yourself there.
except during the coronavirus pandemic.
It, I mean, it sucks, but it's good. I get to take care of myself.
Yeah.
A 10 steps Korean skin routine every morning.
Oh, you practiced that. Wow.
Not complaining. They have Wow, I'm just obsessed with Korean like skincare, glowing, and no makeup.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something I'm working on. Thanks to the virus.
Yeah. I mean, so because of the virus, everything's closed. I cannot get a haircut for like more than I don't know for how long. Like a month,
Oh
two
my
months, 3 months. I don't know how
god.
long. Yeah, all the beauty shops closed, all that stuff. So then yeah, so right now it's closed. So right now it's actually around March timeframe, March April timeframe. So then, right now the governor mentioned that it will be closed until what, May or longer. So that means I'll probably will not cut my hair for 2+ months. We'll see what happens.
Wow. I mean, in Hong Kong, it's not that bad. We can still go outside, and the stores are still open. Restaurants, we now have a new policy. Like each table can only allow 4 people, and you have to be like each table has to be at least 3 meters separate,
Yeah.
and all the restaurants and bars close at 6 p.m.
It's pretty good. You know what is it here? It's closed. No restaurants. It's only takeout or
Yeah,
delivery.
yeah.
I knew I should move to Hong Kong for a while.
But the groceries are open, right? You can
Yeah, the
still get.
groceries open. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can still get food at the restaurants too, but it's only delivery and takeout.
Like Uber Eats.
Yeah, pretty much. Cool.
You cook at
So
home?
I kind of have to. But I eat better than I cook, if you know what I mean.
I can tell from your face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're like, nah. Well, I mean, I love cooking at home. I think it's healthier.
So you mentioned a lot of the things you're doing right now, which is the having simple clothings and see how you like a simple blouse, white blouse, people that everyday item people have and how to make that work. Are there anything that's just spe- special about you that the way you trying to um, implement? Is there a specific type of you can say ambience or style that you will naturally gravitate towards? Like, hey, this is if I can do anything, this is that I will do every single day or every week or something like that.
Mm, I think you have to be well. I'm trying to be really authentic, and I'm an Asian, and I'm pretty small, and I think that's something that
You don't look small in the video.
I mean, like compared to the general, like the fashion, like I'm not a fashion model, and I think people like me and read my content is because I I am approachable, that I can something that they can wear or something that they can see on a daily basis, not just something on a magazine cover. And yeah, I'm trying to like share the things that I do on a daily basis and the thoughts and the style trends. Yeah. So
Cool. I mean, like I'm sure there when it in that in your business, right? So as being a fashion blogger, a fashion diva, whatever you want to call it, is how there are always the challenges and the easiness in this field. So can you some share some of the stuff that like that's more on the easier side as well as on the challenges that you have to go through on a day-to-day basis?
I think self motivated, since this is my own business. Sometimes I get discouraged, like,
What
oh,
do
what
you,
do I need to do? Because I would say it's pretty competitive in this industry, and because especially like in California, there's a lot of many influencers, and yep, I get discouraged, especially during this time of the year, is because you have to travel. You have to travel a lot. You have to meet people, or as an influencers. That's
uh,
kind of like how it works. But I mean, it's good. How do I say it? Yeah, that's something that I would say it's struggle. But on the bright side, we work from home a lot, so it doesn't really affect us. It doesn't really affect me because I do a lot of work on the computer, anyways.
I see.
Yeah,
But what
you
are
just have
some
to
of you
go
just
ahead.
have
Go
to
ahead.
you say you just have to what?
Well, just being an influencer, you just have to meet people. You be out there, not just the doing. Yeah.
Got it. So you're so basically for people who some people who are like naturally people centric, it's not a lot of work there because you just enjoy meeting people anyway, right? So when I started this podcast, I realized one thing along the path is that I'm not a big fan of social media and I don't want to be an influencer.
I didn't want to be an influencer.
Oh really? So what happened? How did that happen?
I don't know. I just, well, once I start meeting people, I feel like, that's something that I enjoy doing it. I like to, yeah, I like to meet people. I like to talk about the things I like. I like to talk with the people with same minded. That's, yeah, that's how I start. I didn't want to be an influencer. I didn't see it as a thing at all before.
Yeah, but now it's pretty big. A lot of companies are actually budgeting budgets just for influencer marketing because of the personalization. As you know how with AI technologies can personalize, I think marketing too. They realize they cannot just do a marketing campaign to a bunch of people. They need to have like a lot of, and actually there's been study has been done. The Asian demographics specifically within the influencer space are dominating the micro influencer space. So the big ones are doing it, but then the ones that actually get the most engagement are the micro influencers within Asian population, and Asian are dominating that field a lot actually. Yeah.
In
So
China, they,
uh-huh.
I'm sorry, sorry for interrupting. In China, it's it's crazy. The influencers, they they are professional. They have like a team.
What
Have
do you
you heard?
mean?
Yeah, what's that called? There's Tianmao. Have you heard of Tianmao? It's a really huge online shopping platform.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then but Alibaba owns it. And then
Uh,
all the influencers are trained. They have like um how do I say it? They have like the double 11, November 11. It's a huge day for people who shop there, and then the influencers, they would online live broadcast for like 12 hours just to promote all the products, brands, companies. It's crazy.
it's very different. When you tell me that, it kind of tells me the difference between how Asia and the US do the creative fields in general. Because here, a lot of it is we train ourselves, and then by the time we sign with the label or we sign with the or sponsor with a partner, basically it's more about we just deliver. We kind of do the training on our own. And then it seems like within Asia, it's almost like I'm assuming the company actually invests too, right, into the training too. And then where, for example, in K-pop, right? So US had boy bands and girl bands too, right? But a lot of times is that they do their own practice, etc., before they get signed together. Whereas in Asia, like the K-pop music industry, they get scouted early on, and they do like all these years of grooming and training before they debut them, right? So it just seems that what you're describing here with the influencer as well is that Asia, they actually train them with a specific type of, you can say, formula, etc., and then they do that promotion. Whereas here is just different. It's very interesting.
Like, yeah, it's almost like a job there. You have to be trained, you have to go under the program, and you have to they'll tell you what you have to say.
Ah,
Yeah,
are
that's
you?
really
Have you been trained too?
well. I train myself, self training.
Oh, yeah, you don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. I got it.
I would say I learn every day. I learn from the people that I talk with. I think that's the best way to learn is by doing it and talk to people. And that's the thing I most enjoy.
Yeah, and plus it's pretty new, this field anyway. So if, in my opinion, there's no like set standards at this point. A lot of people are still trying to figure out how to do things. Unless Asia is a little bit different now.
Mm.
Is it still the same? It's still pretty new, or Asia's have a pretty set criteria and formula on influencer marketing at this point.
Yes. Well,
So
it's yeah, and then and I feel like it keeps changing every day. There's no, no right way to do it. You
I
just
see.
know what's trending and who's the trendsetter.
Okay, so are you? So that means it'll be you, right? So when I go TikTok, trending video, and then be like, Athena, just pop up and subscribe to fashion. Boom.
Oh, I wish that was that easy. TikTok is a whole different community. Well, I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's very different. So because I noticed, so the things I was looking at TikTok too because we're at home, right, not doing anything. So I was looking into TikTok stuff, and then people actually started creating like courses. They also, let's do like 30-day posting on these challenge engagements. So now, and TikTok started expanding in the US too. So there are actually a lot of, it's getting traction. Um, so I was looking at it as well. It's very different compared to Instagram, Facebook. Just different.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't look into TikTok. I know it's been crazy, the community, but I wouldn't look into TikTok until the brand started asking me to do some videos on there. And this self isolation thing got me into TikTok.
Yeah. I think it's actually so one of the things I was noticing from the business side is that actually people are going to have millions of views or followers on TikTok, but a lot of them are more, you can say, green. They're usually people who are very established on Instagram. They will not suddenly go to TikTok, right? And they waste that much resources. So a lot of people who have a lot of followers are very early, you can say, early stage influencers. So I noticed that when brands actually have started to look into partnership with them, they're actually able to get a really good deal because the influencer don't know how to charge the money, right? So the brand will pay like really below market price to get their product out on TikTok at the moment. So I think right now for companies, it's before the market knows that it's a huge monetization tool. They have a lot of edge, whereas Instagram is more established at this point. I feel like.
Well, and I would say I still love my Instagram. I feel like my engagement there, but I make I make TikTok. I make videos on TikTok and then I post it on Instagram. That's how I'm doing right now. I feel like I get more feedbacks from
Oh,
Instagram.
I should. So in that case, I should definitely follow you on Instagram and I should follow you on TikTok. So since we're on a video here, why don't you just give the listeners your handle both on Instagram and TikTok?
Yes, it's Athena, ATHENANAA, both on TikTok and Instagram.
Cool.
And I'll follow
So
you.
sorry, go on.
No, I'll say I'll follow you back. You know.
Oh, thank you so much. So it's ATHENANAA, right?
Yeah.
Not showing up. What's going on? I'm typing on ATHENNAA.
Oh, ATHENANAA.
Ah, I see. Cool. I'll do both right now. So then
Ask your question.
oh man, see, when I open TikTok, I'll add TikTok later, but when I open TikTok, you start playing videos automatically.
It's yep, autoplay.
Well,
Yeah. It's yeah, that's one thing. That's one fun thing about TikTok. Like your feed or your post gonna get pop up anytime, anywhere.
yeah. Yeah, so for me, I'm more focused on the educational space, right? Educational, more business, more of the awareness. So at TikTok, I'm trying to figure out a way how do I do like edu talk, if that makes sense, as
Mm,
opposed to like pure entertainment, but more like edu talk. Like basically, you get something out of it. So one of
mm,
the biggest one that does this in the States is Gary Vee. He posts a lot of educational content on TikTok, right?
yes.
So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how I do that, but I don't want to copy him. That makes me like not unique. So I'm trying to figure out a way of doing it that's George style.
You can learn like his strategy, but not his language. I
Yeah,
mean, I love
yeah,
his video. He's like a godfather of
cool.
social media.
Yeah, so in terms of when it comes to type of brands you're looking for, are there any specific type of brands that you hope to work with, or type of fashion they hope to work with, in case they hear this and so that they can reach out to you?
Well, I really want to get into Fashion Week, like
Fashion Week, okay.
yeah, Fashion Week for bigger brands. I just started working with Revolve, which I feel really lucky to be part of their community. And the next step would be more like luxury brands and or even like the third party like Farfetch, Nostrum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool. That's pretty awesome. So I think we're closer to the end of our show. So let's summarize everything we talked about. So Athena's currently based in Hong Kong, but she uh, travels everywhere, so you can always find her everywhere. So she's not specific. And then so right now she's focusing a lot on the everyday style, where how do you actually make something that works, simple clothing, be fashionable wearing it. So you don't have to have the best or the most fancy things to be fashionable. And then uh, we always talk about how if you have extra clothes, you can also go on a Postmart and Depot to get rid of it. And then so another thing she mentioned is that her personality is very natural, very honest, and very friendly. So it's very easy for people to get to know her and talk to her from that perspective, as you can tell from our conversation. And then she also mentioned that in this industry, for people who are interested in getting into it, is that there are a lot of self-motivation that's required because of the fact that there's a lot of competition, and you have to basically work by yourself a lot to get that motivation going unless you have a team with you. And then also one thing mentioned specifically are differences between the Asia and the US. And people in Asia, influencers are trained to act a certain way so that you know that a lot of the quality you get will probably be consistent, and how the marketing is a little bit done differently. So Athena has that both background, both exposed to the US side and the West and the Asia side. And yeah, so I think that's basically my summary. Is there anything else I'm missing that you wish to add?
No, I think you got it.
Cool. Awesome. Sounds good. In that case, thank you so much for being on the show, Athena.
Thank you, George. Thanks for having me.
Cool.